What's up, everybody? Joe Bernstein here, giving this a go. I'm in a very loud auditorium lobby waiting for TEDx Mid-Atlantic to start. Unbreakable is the title of the theme of today's event and tomorrow's event. And I want to talk to you about the fact that we as human beings, we're probably closer to unbreakable than we think. Let me give you a story, an example. If you've ever said, I don't really know what I want for my life, I'm not sure what kind of career change I might want, or I don't have a vision for a relationship or the relationship I'm in. If I find myself settling and not being able to even answer, like, what would I do if I could do anything I want with my time, energy, money? Then I want you to listen to this. I just got off a session with a client, and this particular client, we were digging deep. He hired me again because he wanted to get a better idea of his vision for his life, and he wanted to look at the relationship he's in right now. But consistently for weeks now, he's been pretty blocked, as he calls it, around his vision for his life. He's resisting. He doesn't want to sit down and do the work with me, or even writing down what he could have a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. So as we're digging, we uncover the truth. He actually, when I challenged him, when I pushed him to feel, when I pushed him to think, when I pushed him to listen to himself, when I highlighted some contradictions that he was bringing up, he came to the realization that he actually believes deep down that if he went for what he really wanted, he wants to create a business or a community that supports creatives and change makers and entrepreneurs in the world in a holistic way, mind, body, spirit. That's what he wants to create. He realizes that he'd be an outlier if he actually succeeded, based on statistics. So meanwhile, what he's looking at is the probability that if he went for the life he wanted, he might not get there, he might fail, he might not create the true vision, he might fall short. And what was underneath all of this that was keeping him from really seeing the vision and going after it was he believed that if he went for it, then he might fail. In the process, he might lose the parts of himself he loves. His optimism, his gratitude, his generosity, his altruism, his commitment to service to the world. It might make him jaded, it might make him bitter, he might not know who he is, and he might not know his values anymore. So that's what was really deeper, underneath the fear, underneath the tension, underneath the resistance, underneath the I don't know what I want, is this fear that we will lose ourselves. And this consistently comes up with our clients. Now, this particular guy, he's had a real experience of doing this. He went and took a big leap 4 years ago into a startup, left his corporate gig, and it failed pretty hard, and he was hurt. He felt like it took him 2 or 3 years to get his mind and his emotional state back to where it was. So I challenged him. I said, A, is it true that you'd lose yourself if you failed in a big, huge project? B, how much stronger are you? How have you evolved in the last 4 years? Because we're better humans today than we are yesterday or the day before or 10 years ago or 5 years ago, but often we have stories that are from our past that we think will be our future. And then C, what would you need to do to make sure that you don't lose your sense of self, that you don't lose the things that are most valuable to you if you went for this big life vision and failed? That's his homework. That's what we're working on right now. Because when we start to answer these questions and we see our reality, we realize we are unbreakable. Hence the theme of this TEDx experience that I'm at right now. So that's it. Those are the questions to ask yourself. Those are the true fears, concerns, worries, identity challenges that come up with my clients, and they're also what's keeping you stuck where you are and not willing to take that big risk and change your life for the better, or the small risk and change your life for the better. That's what I got. Hit me up if you are looking for that big change and you don't know why you're stuck. Right now I'm going to go learn about how to be even more unbreakable and how to create civic systems in our challenged times that are unbreakable. Peace.